Hi!
Welcome to Chicks and Tips on a Tuesday.
Woo.
As you may have noticed, we've changed our day and we have Joe.
Yay!
The beautiful Em will be back, don't you worry.
Yeah.
But at this stage, we just moved it to a Tuesday because of lots of different things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So, hey to everybody out there. Hope you're having a good morning. We've got some cool things to talk about this morning. So what are we going to talk about, Joe?
We are going to talk about tents today. So we are going to chat through things to think about when choosing a tent, why we love Nemo, and then just showing you a few of the two-person tents that Nemo offers and some of the different features about them to help you decide what tent is right for you.
It's kind of tent season, eh?
Yeah.
Everybody's coming in being like, oh, we need a lightweight tent.
Yeah, we need a summer tent.
Yeah.
So when we're thinking about choosing a tent, there's a few different things to think about. So one, the most biggest question we get is around like packability. How small can it pack down, and what the weight is when it's all packed down into something like this. So just one thing to think about is often you get a minimum weight and then a packed weight when you're thinking about a tent. So I'd always look at the, when you're looking through the specs, look at the packed weight, because that's giving you everything, whereas the minimum weight doesn't include taking a fly and some of the tent poles. So not necessarily a good indicator of how heavy it's actually going to be, because most people take everything with them when they're out on the trail. So we're thinking about packability. How small does it go down? How much does it weigh? And then do we want something that's going to be good for summer and the shoulder seasons, like a 3-season tent, or something that we're going to use all year round, in which case that would be a 4-season tent. And then another big thing to think about is the construction of the tent. So do you want something that's freestanding, so you just need to put some poles in and then it will completely hold its structure without needing to peg it out all the time, or just to help you put it up? Or do you want something that's semi-freestanding, which usually then is a little bit lighter, but you're always going to need to peg it out?
Yeah, freestanding is quite handy, especially in the weather that's like bad. You can just,
you
can move it so easily.
Yeah, without having to always peg it out and fiddle with the pegs. So just a couple of things to think about, as well as the material, how durable it is, how waterproof the tent is, so what sort of denier it has on it as well, and how many millimeters of rainfall it's going to be able to withstand. So.
And that's like, so with the Nemos, we kind of like it because they tick most of the boxes. And it's quite easy because there's like basically 3 models that you can choose from. Well, 4 if you include the Kunai, which is the 4-season. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like as a brand, like we really, like I know we've talked about it a little bit. We have talked about Nemo a bit, but we going over it again. Like we really love like their 5th top environmental outdoor company in the world. I think, and they've won so many awards on innovation. It's insane, like so many.
Yeah.
So that's a really big plus for us, because we want to be behind stuff that's looking after our planet, because we love nature. And then what else do we love them? They also have like this, like, so design is awesome, but they also have like this amazing lifetime warranty, which you should see, like the things that get brought in, and like people who have issues with their tent, and it might be even like 10 years later and they're still like loyal to helping them into a new tent by taking the price off like the one that they bought 10 years ago and then getting them into the new one. Like they just really honor that guarantee. Yeah, any repairs that need to happen. It's such a bonus to have with the product. So you're kind of buying a tent for life. Yeah. Which is again like a step in the right environmental way as well, like buying something that's going to last you for a long time.
Yeah. Because then with that, often you might have a bit of a higher price point with some of the tents, but you're buying into the quality of the materials. They've got incredible technologies with their Osmo material that they use. It's really like top-notch technology out there, as well as the lifetime warranties. You're kind of paying for that as well, and that your tent's going to last you.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk through 3 of the 2-person tents. They do come in 1-person and 3-person as well, depending on the model. But all the 2-person Nemo tents, so they all come in a really handy little carry sack. All of the 2-person I'm going to talk about have got 2 doors. They've all got really big, spacious vestibules, so you can put your packs outside the tent under the fly. And they've all got a really nice orange nightlight feature where you can pop your torch in and you get a nice orange glow, nice ambiance in your tent instead of like a harsh light. So across all the tents, they've all got those. And then the three we're going to chat about, they've all got slightly different features. So, do you want to start?
I'm going to start with the Hornet. So that is the Hornet. So it's quite a cool size. Yeah, we're actually in it right now. Squeezing in, because it is quite squeezy, isn't it? So it is like a quite a small, lean two-person, but it weighs in at 1.1 kgs. This little packable cube thing is great, like for bike packing as well, because you could easily like strap that onto your handlebars, or just to fit it right at the bottom of your pack. So you can either like take it out of the bag and put it in your pack, or you just keep it in this, which is cool. So like I said, comes in at 1.1 kg. So really light, really call it kind of like a lean, mean 2P. I've got one. I prefer to use it either with like my partner or someone you want to be that close to, because it's lean and you can't really get much of your gear in apart from under the vestibule space on the outside. But it's a perfect tent to take if you're not sure if you're going to get a hut. So because it's 1.1 kgs, that's not that much to carry. And it's also good if you're just going out for an overnighter and you're not going to be in your tent for long, you just want to sleep in there. So they're fantastic for that. Or it's a great one person, because you can quite comfortably fit yourself and all your gear in it for one. So often, like if people come in wanting a one person, they end up buying a two person Hornet, just because it's a very nice livable tent then. Like So that's the Hornet. It isn't freestanding. It's like one end is, and then the other end you've got to peg out. But yeah, I love my Hornet. It's just such a handy tent to just be able to take away.
If you want to go light,
go really light. Really light. And if you're not wanting to hang out in the tent all the time, it's just purely to sleep, get up, go. It's the perfect tent for that. Yeah, so they're amazing. They also come in a this is the Hornet Elite, so this is a little bit lighter again. I think this comes in at 900 grams. And that is again just one more step up on the material. So they've just made that even lighter. And this is a fantastic option as well. But really you can probably just get away with the normal Hornet. However, if you're really like wanting to cut weight and 100 grams means something to you, then that would be the way to go. Yeah.
Cool.
What about you, Jai?
So I have got the Dragonfly, which is definitely one of our favourites here. So the Dragonfly is a good all-rounder in the sense of a good ratio to weight and space. So it's kind of in the middle ground there. If you want something that is spacious for two people, it weighs in at 1.4 kilograms in packed weight. So still really, really light tent, but you've got enough space to be able to sit up in it. It does taper, so it gets lower towards your feet, so you can sit up nicely when you're at one end of the tent, if that makes sense. One of the best features that I really like about the Dragonfly is the gear lofts. It's got loads of gear lofts. It's got one in the top here and then one a bit further back, so you can chuck so many clothes and stuff in there, so that gives you so much more extra space.
We watch movies in ours.
Do you?
Like you put the phone up on the bit at the top, and you can, like if you've downloaded movies on your phone, like when you go on big trips, and you can
not just for gear lofts.
Yeah.
This is a completely freestanding tent, so I really like that about it. So it's super easy to put up, and then the only downside of the Dragonfly, I would say, is if you've got two quite wide sleeping mats, they don't quite fit side by side, so you've got to have like one wide and one a little bit narrower, or like cross them over a little bit. So spacious when you're in it, but just the floor space isn't quite as big as the next one we're going to talk about, the Dagger.
It's very hard though if you have got a wide mat. Even you wouldn't fit two wide mats in the Hornet.
No, you would
need to have like the Nemo normal tensor. Two tensors fit perfectly. But that is something to consider.
Just in terms of like how big you are and how much space you need. But like absolute great all-rounder if you want to get something where it's not too heavy to carry, it's nice and spacious for two people to stay in. then this would be my go-to.
Like if you got caught out and it was raining and you had to like just hang out in the tent for a few days, you'd be fine in that, and all your stuff fits in there. And
exactly. And I'd take it out by myself as well because it's still like super light.
1.4 is good.
If you're going and it's going to be quite wet and you wanted extra space inside as a one person, it'd be perfect for that.
And then the last but not least is the Dagger. So what does this one come in at? 1.8. So this is a really nice, roomy two-person. So if, like, you could divide and conquer, so, like, if you're wanting to get the weight down of this, you can just split this tent up and each of you carry a part of it. But it is, the size of it is fantastic. What does it come in at? 1.8, kgs. Yeah, and like, so basically this is the tent if you're one of those people that just likes some space, and doesn't want to be squished up against someone, then this is the way to go. If you're wanting, a lot of people buy them who have got dogs as well. They want to be able to fit the dog, 2 people and a dog. Works quite well. I've had that a few times. Yeah. It also comes in a really cool 3-person, which if you do the stats on weight and size and everything, this is very, very good for, and even price. It's a great tent for a 3-person as well.
Yeah, the 3-person I think is still 4 square meters, which is really big. So you could easily get. We've had a few families being like, I'm going to take that with 2 adults and 2 kids for the 3-person. So and it's still only like, what was it, 1.9? Yeah, it was just under,
which is crazy.
kgs.
Yeah, it's so light. And yeah, again, really, really all of these tents are really waterproof and good in the wind. So the Dagger is if you're thinking, I want a nice roomy 2-person, but still not going to like break your back, this is probably the way to go. And
and this one's a freestanding one as well.
Is it completely freestanding? Yeah, that's what it is too. So we have them all down here, so if you want to come in and put it up and have a look, if you're thinking about buying a tent, then feel free to pop in. And we hope that that's been helpful. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so.
I think that's it. So if you're looking for a 2-person or a 3-person or a 1-person, because the Dragonfly comes in a 1-person, so does the Hornet, come and have a chat. And we hope you all have a really good Friday. It's not Friday.
Tuesday. Rest of your day. Enjoy your day.
Rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. And just remember, we're here on a Tuesday.
Cool.
Catch you
later.